Let me ask you a question. What would be possible for you if you could stop doing all the manual tasks in your business and your business ran on autopilot? In this interview series, I talked to some pretty amazing women about how they run and automate their businesses. So if putting your business on autopilot is of interest to you, then stick around and let's get into it. Hi, my name is Jacqui Money. I'm a systems and automation strategist. I live in an off-grid tiny house in South Africa, and I love helping women run and scale big businesses with tiny teams and custom back-end systems. I believe everything can be simpler, easier, and tinier so that we can all live bigger, better lives. And today I'm joined by my good friend, Sarah Giulio. Sarah is a brand and web designer and copywriter with 20 years experience in UX design. She's created hundreds of sales pages, complex site architecture, and high-profile advertising campaigns for big tech corporations such as Microsoft, GoDaddy, and T-Mobile. She currently runs her business at sarahdesign.com, where she provides services and training for entrepreneurs who want to launch online courses, group programs, or memberships. Welcome, Sarah. I'm so delighted that you've decided to join us.
Thanks, Jacqui. I'm really excited to be here.
Yay. So let's just dive right into the questions. I've got so many questions. My first question is always, tell me how you started your business.
Yeah, well, I spent 20 years in corporate, working my way up from like print designer to UX architect. So always like website design stuff. But I felt after 20 years kind of trapped there. And I had 3 children and time became extra important to me. And I just really wanted to kind of take back my freedom and my time and be able to create the things that I want to create instead of having like, 1,000 managers like deciding all of that for me. So yeah, that's how I struck out originally on my own.
Love it. And so then that brings me to my next question. What does your business look like today?
Yeah, so I do website design, branding, and copywriting on Kajabi and Squarespace. By the way, I'm not a WordPress girl. For course creators and coaches, people who are selling online courses, group programs, memberships, or maybe have an event, that kind of thing. My specialty is sales pages, which I love. Most people hate them. They're like, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. I love sales pages and like all that launch collateral with like the email sequences and the social media posts and captions. And like, since I'm an introvert and a nurturer, I like to have deep conversations with my clients and let them feel just really seen and heard so that I can kind of pull the essence of them out and reflect that in their brand so that they feel like, okay, finally my online presence reflects like the level of expertise that I bring to the table and it feels like really, really me.
Oh, I love that. So my clients have me automate all sorts of things from emails, like you were saying about the email nurture sequences and that, to automated interview systems in Airtable. And I'm always curious, what was the first thing you remember automating in your business?
Yeah. So that like coming right back to emails again. So like, I remember when I left corporate, the first thing that I like purchased was my email provider. And at the time I picked Aweber because I think Pat Flynn recommended it. I did not like Aweber. And a friend of mine told me about ConvertKit, which was kind of new at the time. And she actually went and joined their team, but she did a little demo for me. And I was like, oh my God, what is this awesome like email sequence thing that you can do? So that was the first one. It was like the welcome sequence with the form and then the acceptance and then the series of emails. So yeah, I would say that was like my first major automation.
And so you've touched a little bit on why you automated it, but what was the most important reason to you that you would need an automated email sequence?
So it's like my personality. I am like really excited about something for a period of time, and then I'm excited about something else. And I knew that I couldn't really trust myself to consistently do something for like a really long period of time. So having email sequences in place meant that my message is like going out consistently. New people coming in are going to get, I don't have to like think on the fly of like, oh, somebody joined my list. Like,
Yes.
you know,
What
I have
do
to explain
say?
to them. Yeah, what do I say? So like just having all that in place means that the marketing is always done for me. I always look my best, even if I'm like not in the mood, you know, so to speak.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And so in terms of helping your business, how did that email sequence help your business?
Well, I think it just set me up for success with like consistent messaging. So people knew like when they entered my list, they knew what I did. They knew all the places that they could reach out to me, and they could see what offers are available, even when, you know, maybe I'm experimenting with some new things. It's kind of funny, but you can kind of forget, like you create an offer, you put it out there.
Yes.
Maybe you haven't heard anything for a while, or you've sold one or two, and then you get excited about a new thing and you kind of forget that that other thing existed. But having it consistently being sent to new people means that new people can come in and start buying it
Exactly.
without me getting distracted by other shiny objects.
Oh, I love it. Yes. I'm also a shiny object girl. I know exactly what you're talking about. So a lot of people I work with say that having automation in their business saves them so much time, like 10 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is. Some people, we've actually even been able to automate a whole role in a business. And so I'm curious, would you know how much time that this kind of automation saved you?
Yeah. So I think if I can like pull in another thing that I have done with automations as an example. So recently,
Please do.
over the past year, I've enjoyed the fruits of my labor because I've automated and batched a year of emails and a year of social media
Wow,
posts.
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
And yeah, it is. And it sounds hard in terms of like, how will I have the time, you know, to set all that up? But when I wasn't doing that, that meant that I'm thinking about it every single week. Or like you said, with like creating a role, I've considered like, oh, should I hire a VA to do this for me? And we'll talk every month and then they'll come up with some stuff or whatever. But it's instead of sitting down for, you know, 3 hours every Sunday to like figure out what's happening the rest of that week. Yeah, I took like a weekend and created enough emails to, well, it was more than a weekend. I would say between the emails and the social media, maybe 5 days total, because there were a couple days for one and like 3 days for the other. I have this like consistent email sequence going out 2 times a week to my list all year long. And so I don't have to sit down and figure out the emails that week. And with the social media, it's going out 3 times a week to Instagram and to Facebook. So, I mean, I haven't added up the hours, but you know, 5 days out of my life versus like a sitting down every Sunday, 52 times a year, you know, it's like a huge saving.
Huge saving. And I find that we actually work better if we do a sprint of work rather than doing little bits all the time. I'm really curious about this batching a whole year's worth of content, because my pet hate is actually that content hamster wheel, you know, continuously having to create content all the time. And so then I do little spurts and then I drop off, and then I do another little spurt and then I drop off. So this is really appealing to me. So I think you and I should chat about that. Definitely.
Yes, it's amazing.
I can imagine. And the freedom, it frees you up to do other things. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love it. So a lot of clients I work with have me create custom airtable systems, custom ClickUp systems, and automations. They have me automate email scheduling, social media, and all of that. And so I'm curious, from your point of view, what are your top 3 automations?
So I think one of them is my Acuity automations, which for booking new clients, which I know we have mutual friends. I know you've done work for some of my friends, like setting up their Airtable and stuff for this activity. But so having my Acuity set up, with a form for new clients to come in, they answer all the questions. It gives them the Zoom link that goes into my calendar. I also have that connected to Vimeo so that all my videos, instead of going into the Zoom cloud, I have them go into Vimeo because I was already using Vimeo for other things. And then like the automated email reminders. I'm always so grateful when I get my own email reminders. I'm like, oh yeah, yay. I'm glad I got this. And I know the client did too. So that's probably one of the most valuable in terms of like the day-to-day. Well, they're all equally valuable. And then I'm sound like a broken record here, but like the email sequences and automations inside of ConvertKit are amazing for keeping things consistent. And, the popping in and out, like you're talking about, and then the scheduling to social media. I'm using a tool, which I don't know if very many people have heard of it. It's called Metricool.
I have heard of it.
You have, for scheduling. And it's just like really affordable and really simple, bare bones, really easy to like have it go to a couple different accounts. And so they're my favorite because they're basically the only ones I use.
And so obviously they're your favorite because they save you so much time.
Absolutely. They save me so much time and they give me a level of like peace and calm. And like they reduce all that frenetic feeling of like, oh, I forgot to do this for like a month. It's just like, it's always happening. It's the thing that I don't have to think about. So I can think about the other things that are important.
And I mean, so many of the people that I've spoken to use Acuity and love Acuity. I actually did a video, which I'll link somewhere above here, on the reasons why I like Acuity and why I recommend Acuity to my clients. So Acuity is one of the top automation tools that we recommend. So I want to wrap up the interview on a high note. So tell the audience, what is your bigger vision for your company so that we can cheer you on?
Ooh, that's exciting. Yeah, I've noticed a trend in my clients. It's usually women, doesn't have to be, but it's women who are helping other women who have businesses to do better and to find that freedom in their lives. So like, I feel like the more women that I help who have these courses and who do these coaching programs, that every new one that I help helps like hundreds more. So it just feels like this ripple is going out into the world. Yeah, ripple effect that's helping like so many women find freedom and autonomy and build their businesses and show what's possible. And so just helping more women like get themselves out in the world with their websites and their branding and get their courses launched.
I love it. Well, with that, I thank you for being here, Sarah. This was a treat for us. And I'm going to link all Sarah's links below where you can contact her and get in touch with her. Thank you so much for being here, Sarah.
Yeah, thanks, Jacqui. This was really fun. And I love the tiny house thing. So I'm so exciting just to even see it in your background.
It's fun. Yes. So that's my cupboard in the background. And then the kitchen's over there. So that's it. It's like
love it.
We're right on top of everything. So tiny houses. Fun. Let me know in the comments below if you had a magic wand and could automate the part of your business where you are spending the most time, what would that be? If you want to check out more videos like this, where I talk about how to put your business on autopilot so that you're not working more hours or hiring a huge team, be sure to subscribe to this channel and I will see you in the next video.